When I was younger, I didn't have any gaming consoles and stuff like that, so I basically just played mobile games. And flash games, but that's for another video. Back then, the App Store was filled with fantastic games for all ages and was a legitimate place to play video games.
Wait a minute!
Yes, little Timmy, there was a time. Now, most mobile games are either cluttered with ads or pay to win, which really is a shame. I'm looking at you, Hogwarts Mystery! But instead of complaining about the current state of mobile games, I'll be sharing with you my personal favorites. There is one rule for this video, which is that only games that are known for being on mobile can make this list, so sorry, Minecraft. Subway Surfers. This used to be one of my favorites until recently, which we will get to later, so I'm not really sure why I added this to the list since I don't love it anymore. Subway Surfers is an endless runner in which you play as a character graffitiing the side of a subway tunnel. I know. And you then try to run from the police by dodging. As I was saying, you try to run from the police by dodging and jumping on trains and other obstacles. The game also has a scoring system, so every time you play, you could try and beat your high score. While you're running, you can collect coins to purchase characters in the shop, and it's a pretty fair system. However, some characters require keys to unlock, and keys are pretty hard to come by, because the easiest way to acquire them is by buying them with money. On the topic of money, there is an extreme amount of microtransactions in the shop, mixed in with all the free stuff, almost begging you to buy something. Another pretty annoying thing is after every run you are brought back to the treacherous home screen. The home screen is littered with ads and you're usually forced to watch one after you go back there. It pretty much takes away most of the game's enjoyment. Yeah, I'm not even sure why people still play this game. It's just a cash grab. Hill Climb Racing. I remember that one. Hill Climb Racing is a 2D endless driver, or something. You basically just drive forever, until you flip over and die. There are coins on the track to collect, and you use them to buy stuff in the shop. When I re-downloaded the game, I noticed microtransactions had been added, and they weren't there originally, so that kinda sucks. Why does every game do this? At least none of them affect the core game, as all the main stuff is free, while the microtransactions just make it easier to obtain them. Anyways, in the shop you could buy different maps to drive on, and some even have a different effect on gameplay, like zero gravity. There is also a large selection of vehicles, which again cost coins that you collect while playing, so they're not that hard to get. The vehicle selection is everything from bikes to tanks to hot rods to hippie vans. The vehicles were always my favorite aspect of the game because of how many odd and random choices there were. You could also tune your vehicle, but nobody cares because that's boring. Pro tip! Use the motorcycle on the moon level. Thank me later. Overall, Hill Climb Racing is a solid game, but those added microtransactions will probably leave a sour taste in my mouth next time I load up the game. I have really fond memories playing this game in the car on a long road trip, so I'm glad I revisited this. There is a sequel, but that's for another day. Smashy Road is one of those time wasters that you always catch yourself playing. If you didn't know, Smashy Road is the spin-off to the very popular game Crossy Road. I never really got into Crossy Road because cars blowing up are cooler than whatever this is.
Okay.
In Smashy Road, your objective is to avoid the police for as long as possible. If you are still driving for long enough, not only will SWAT start coming after you, but also the military. I remember being so shocked when there were tanks shooting at my vehicle when I first started playing and didn't know about it. In terms of vehicles you can drive, you start off with a yellow pickup truck and you could get other vehicles in 2 different ways. The first way is once you stack up $100 of in-game currency, which you can pick up when you're driving around, you go to the prize machine and you could get a random vehicle. It's a nice system, except for the fact that you get duplicates in a mobile game.
That's rubbish!
The other option is buying a vehicle for $1 of real money, which isn't really worth it. Most vehicles are pretty basic, and the only real difference is the looks and the speed. However, the legendary vehicles, which are fairly hard to win in the prize machine, have special abilities like time travel and even launchable missiles. Oh, and if you want to get this game, always remember this exact tip. Always set your age to the correct age.
Why is that?
Never mind. Well, that's pretty much all you need to know about Smashy Road, and this is the game I recommend out of the games I've covered today. Before I end the video, I would just like to make a small channel update, and that's I'm going to be focusing my channel more on gaming instead of edits like I've been doing recently. And that is because I just enjoy gaming videos more, and I know some of you may be subscribed because of edits, and I won't be making as many of them as I have recently, so I'm sorry about that, but that's just what I want to take my channel with. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, consider leaving a like. I'm also starting a second channel with my friend notDaxy, so I'll update you guys when the channel is ready. And I'll see you in the next video.